obsession to switch to Joyce's J, Zelda's auntie, the true queen of Hyrule. Paul Gale kick stats, switch sales is jam, and 60s or Josh Burns contracts back. My body is ready for switch 2. I'm excited for the podcast. What about you? Sit back, relax, grab a stack. It's here. Nintopics Podcast. Come around with cheer.
Welcome to the Nintopics Podcast. We are live. It is Friday, and you are here. The best place to end your week and start your weekend here with the Nintopics Podcast, where we talk about everything and all stuff Nintendo. And so, yeah, I want to welcome everybody in the chat. I want to welcome everybody on Facebook, YouTube. We're streaming on X. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitch, and we are on Kick. So I want to welcome everybody wherever we are streaming at. We want to thank you for being here. Before we get into today's crazy topics that we have today, we're going to go into and introduce the cast today. First thing, shout out to N64 Josh. Josh is an important part of our podcast member, and he's running out. He'll be back next Friday. And yeah, so shout out to Josh wherever you are. He's probably listening. And so, yeah, we love you, Josh. We want to see you back, and hope you have a good break. Now, Joycey J, directly from Hyrule, Zelda's mama and the queen of Hyrule. How are you doing, Joycey?
Despite Monday, this was the longest week of my life. I am forever traumatized because of this week.
Oh my! despite Monday, what happened on Monday?
Monday was Labor Day. We have Monday off.
Oh, you're right. Wow, yeah.
Some of us aren't our own boss. Some of us are not our own boss, unlike you guys, and we have to be someplace at a certain time every day.
I have a boss. I have a boss. She's not. She's you know.
Yeah, but your wife also loves you, so I mean that's how she makes up for it.
yeah, I guess.
Oh,
all right.
And real quick, tonight's sweet treat are Lifesavers gummies, and these are the collusions where it's 2 flavors in one. Get you some.
Yeah. Enjoy your treat, Joshi. You had a long week. You deserve it.
I do.
And moving over downstairs with Paul, the Gill, the network himself with the beard. How you doing, Paul?
Pretty good. Letting the beard continue to grow slowly but
why
surely.
Why are you growing the beard? What's that? What's the end goal?
To defeat Chuck Norris.
My wife likes the way it's looking. It's growing in. I don't know how long I'm gonna go. I usually don't go too much longer. Like once in a while, I'm like, you know what? Let's just let it go for a few weeks instead of shaving once every 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's probably like 3 weeks old.
Yeah.
And there's always the part of me that says, what if I just went 3 months? What if I just went a year?
That's where I am right now. I mean, you're lucky, Paul, because if that's 3 weeks, you said 3 weeks. Man, if I go 3 weeks, I'll probably be down here already.
Oh, man.
So, you know.
So, wait, you guys grow out your beards really long.
Yeah.
I already have long hair, and I can straighten it again. Not that I'm hype about that, but I can straighten it again, and we can be like the off-brand version of ZZ Top, the band.
Yeah. I'm trying, Joycey. I'm trying to convince my wife to let me grow it all the way. Sometimes I let it, and she's like, you know? I'm trying to actually grow a beard. That's what I'm trying to do.
How long do you want to grow?
Like at least like to here.
Oh, you want a big one?
I want a beard. And-
That's what I'm
and so-
saying. We could be low budget ZZ Top. If you
Yeah.
don't know who ZZ Top is, please look him up. Text
And
when
that-
someone
and then
Texas finest.
I'm gonna rebrand the channel to the Beard Odyssey.
Should.
The beard talks. The beard knows all.
I grow beards and I know things.
And of course, we have to salute our next member on the podcast. Shout out to the honorary podcast host Boo Mini on the chat, and of course, our sixth member are you guys, the chat. Because today, moving forward, and this is something that I've thought about, like, why haven't I added another chair? And that chair is for our chat, right? And so once we're answering, let's say I ask Joycey or Paul or Josh a question, you guys can go ahead and answer that question as well in the chat. And right after Paul and Joycey and Josh give their answer, I'm going to go to the chat and I'm going to highlight some of the answers there and involve you guys, because you guys are basically the most important part of this podcast. Without you, there is no podcast. So you guys are the honorary fifth chair. The fourth chair goes to the fourth chair goes to Josh. The fifth one goes to Boo Mini, and then the sixth chair goes to the chat. So yeah, welcome to the podcast, guys. I am so happy you guys are here. I've had a interesting week. There she goes. There she goes. The honorary podcast member Boo Mini just kept it a 5. Thank you, Boo.
Thank you, Boo.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Thank you, Boo, for your support. I appreciate you. And
She's just as adorable as her name sounds. I have
Listen.
proof now.
listen, Boo Mini single-handedly is making me reach my channel goal that I'm trying to reach for years now, and it's to at least have 100 members in the channel. Right now, she just gifted 5 memberships. We were at 81. That makes 86. And I want to welcome Maraden785, gifted membership by Boo. We got D-Rail Gaming, gifted membership by Boo. D Espinoza, another gifted by Boo. That's gonna be like a catchphrase. Gifted by Boo. We got Jeremy Conley, another one gifted by Boo, and Steve Man 92, another one gifted by Boo. Thank you so much.
I think we need to give her. I'm sorry, I was gonna say I think we need to give her like her own soundbite at this point,
For real,
like some kind of sound.
by
Just
Boo.
when she drops memberships, we just need a sound just for that.
And then of course
thank
she
you, Boo Mini,
gifted one.
for-
She gifted one to Paul Gill Network as well. I'm looking at here.
Thank you, Boo Mini. Thank you, Boo, for all you do.
Yeah. Let's get you over 100. Dream a little more. Also started gifting a whole bunch of memberships at our previous cast. I appreciate you so much. And so yeah, guys, we are talking Nintendo. It's a fun night. But if you've been in the previous streams, we started streaming every day, 7:00 Eastern time. We've had lots of fun over the past couple of nights. It's been a blast. And so this is just, I feel like I'm coming back home now, like, because I'm streaming now on a daily basis. I'm having fun with everyone on the chat. I feel like I'm like coming back home. So I'm happy that I start streaming. Hopefully we'll get Paul and Joycey and Josh on those streams too, to make it fun and just talk and have a good time, right? Yeah, and we're almost at 55K. Guys, we are only 300 subscribers away from 55K. 300 subscribers away, I think 300 from 55K. We made it over 1,000 in the past week. Listen to this. Over 1,000 in the past week. I want to thank the chat for all of those hypes. I mean, you guys literally brought the channel back from the dead with the hypes, and then those hypes allowed us to get on that Hollow Knight train and then ride it to release date. And I don't think I could have done it without the chat and without our amazing subscribers here on the channel. Everybody went nuts supporting the channel, giving so many hypes, and we got a 45,000 video. Like yesterday was 17,000. So we are like getting up there thanks to the chat, and I appreciate you guys more than you know. Man, it's been a week. It's been a week. It has been a week, but we're here at the end of it. So congratulations to you. You made it. You're here. You didn't give up. The journey kept continuing, and now you're here. Let's talk about video games, shall we? Let's start with Hollow, the Knight, the Silk, and the Song
Of moonshine.
of the Moonshine. Mike, didn't you just say you're almost 100? Yeah, I'm almost not 100 years old. I'm not almost 100.
Okay, Methuselah.
Well, I'm like I'm on my way there to 100, but hopefully I make it.
You're not even middle aged yet.
I'm on my way. But let's get some background music here so we can present the chill. Should we do some Zelda background music?
Yes, we should. We should always do Zelda.
Let's get some Zelda going. Let's see which one it is. I think this.
While Mike is finding that, quick little thing for the chat to kind of think about.
Uh-huh.
Think about your favorite song in Zelda, and then ask yourself, why is it Dragon Roost? We'll discuss later. Go ahead, Mike.
All right. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and first and foremost, I'll wait to discuss it with the co-host first. I'll wait for Josh to return, and then I have an announcement to make out there. But before I want to make sure Josh is here, and so we can announce it together as a cast. Before that, so just tune in. There's an announcement coming. Maybe next week when Josh is here, we'll go ahead and share that. Hollow Knight Silksong. Let's go ahead and go over it, my friends. First things first, in the chat, have you guys picked up Hollow Knight Silksong? I think we've already given away about 5 or 6 copies. We're going to be giving away more copies. And so, have you picked up Hollow Knight Silksong? And then in the chat, I want you guys to give me what you think. Your first impressions. No spoilers, just impressions. I love it. I hate it. It's good. It's overrated. It doesn't matter. And the one thing I want to ask chat also, even if there's somebody out there in the chat that says, "Oh, Hollow Knight is overrated," that's okay. That's also a very valid opinion, because if that person feels like the game is overrated, that's how they personally feel, right? And everybody has their own way of feeling about the game, right? And I have to highlight a comment in the chat. In the channel, because man, that comment or those comments, they warm my heart. They warm my heart. Let me see if I can get it here. This has to do with you guys in the community out there. Okay. In our community, guys, if you have not participated in our community, there's questions every day. There's polls. It's a lot of fun. You guys make jokes sometimes, and they're fun. But in the community, we have a lot of commenters, people who are actively in the community. Some of you are just in the community and not in the videos, and that's okay, because you're still part of the family. But we have here a comment, and I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you guys, because this is you guys. You guys are I'm proud of you guys. I'm so proud of this chat. I'm so proud of this channel. I'm so proud of this community, because you could have taken it any other way, but the way you took this, you took this was like the most. It's like, man, I'm happy. I'm happy that I have this type of community, that where we are attracting this kind of people on the channel, because it could have gone any other way, but it didn't, thanks to you guys. Let me go ahead and highlight this really quickly here, and then take a look. Look at this comment. The first comment, almost the same game from 7 years ago. Nothing more. People are overhyped. I mean, kids only. Just another game. Nothing new there. So obviously, this comment wasn't he could have just said same game as last year, nothing new. But and he said overhyped. I mean, kids only. So he tried to put a little bit of a downer in there. But this is how you guys responded. Cool opinion. All right, and then I'm loving it. I'm loving it personally, but I can understand why it's not really your cup of tea. How could they improve in it, in your opinion? These comments are so pure and so respectful. Wait a minute. Was it what? Hold up. What? Pokemon fan gifted 10 memberships.
Everybody popping off this week. Thank you, Poke.
I don't know what to say.
Who is also like totally adorable.
Yeah, for real.
I can confirm this.
Man, I'm guys. I don't know what to say. That puts us away, only 5 members away from the 100. Holy smokes!
Well, we say thank you, and also
you.
Joycey has something shady to say. There's a reason I'm not in Mike's comments. Because Mike knows exactly what I would say to a comment like that.
Yeah.
But I stay out because I care about Mike and his feelings.
Yeah.
But that's something I would definitely say something smart to.
And listen, I appreciate you, Joycey. Because I know that you love this channel. You love and respect this channel so much, and I appreciate you for that. And okay.
But I'm spicy, and I will get with
course.
somebody.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that about you too. All right, guys, we officially made it to the 100 member on the channel. Thanks.
Keep coming.
To Dream a Little More.
Dream a little more. My brother. They're my sister.
My sister.
My cousin. Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are showing out tonight. It is so appreciated.
Man, you guys got me off topic now. Now I'm emotional. Now I can't proceed. I think I'm gonna end the stream now. I'm kidding.
No, because I'll just talk about Zelda if you want to cry for a while. And I'm totally okay with that.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate you guys. Yeah. You guys are the best. Boo Mini, especially. Poke, I know how you roll when you want to. And Dream a little more. We appreciate you.
Sister.
Yes, my sister. Thank you.
Thank you guys for your support. I appreciate you more than you know. I mean, again, I have the best community in the world. I'm not okay. Let me just stop there, because if not, I'll just thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you.
And I just have to highlight this from Pokemon fan. Yeah. That's right, girl. We is feisty and spicy. Okay. Sorry, Mike. You were reading comments, and
you're good. I just want to, guys. This is for you. I just wanted to highlight how much of an amazing community we have here. Look at this other comment. I'm loving it personally, but I can understand that it's not a cup of tea for everyone. This is such a respectful reply to what could have been a nasty comment, right? And so, man, that is the type of community that we have here on the channel, right? If you have not subscribed yet, man, let these comments inspire you. This is how we deal with people who want to be negative or anything like that. This is how we just and maybe that person is not even trying to be negative. They're just making a comment, right? Because I don't want to assume anyway. Maybe they're just that's the way they feel. They're not trying to be mean. They're just very honest with their opinions, right? And so.
But saying it's a kids game, I've heard how hard that game is.
Oh my god, yeah, it's not a kids game. That's
Silksong, but Hollow Knight the OG. And I'm not usually one for harder games, but Bayonetta is pretty tough. But
yeah,
kids don't like extra hard games for no reason.
Yep. And so I just wanted to highlight that because I thought it was worthy of highlighting how amazing you guys are in the chat. In the community, keep the positivity going, keep the love going, and I appreciate you more. Again, I want to thank all Boo Mini. I want to thank Pokemon fan, Dream a Little Mo for your amazing contributions to the channel today. We are at 100 members officially, And I want to welcome everyone who just became a member on the channel as well. Juan Castillo, Mobar, Adam Crochet, Crochet. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. Deminidad Gaming, Rafa D, welcome. Thank you so much. We have so many good, awesome members. Enjoy all those. Let me get some emojis in the chat. You guys can have the next, let's say 10 seconds to spam member emojis in the chat. Go ahead, you can do it. All right. So Pokemon, I was say Pokemon fan. Silksong.
Moonshine. I'm sorry. I thought we were just hollering out. Right?
No,
Go ahead.
Hollow Knight Silksong, my friends, is a phenomenon. You know, it's insane. And after years of anticipation, Hollow Knight Silksong is finally out. Guys, it's out as of yesterday. We've all had a chance to get our hands on it, right? I'm not sure if Joshi, have you gotten your hands on it yet?
It's not my jam.
Okay, I'm gonna sing your code. And the initial reaction has been massive. On launch day, right? The game peaked at over 535,000 concurrent players only on Steam. I just need to emphasize that. 535,000 concurrent players only on Steam. This is not counting Xbox. This is not counting Nintendo. This is not counting PlayStation. Okay? You can bet your bottom dollar that this game is over 1 million already. And when the final numbers come out, we'll go ahead and talk about those. But man, 535,000 concurrent players yesterday alone, only on Steam. And again, this making it the 18th highest peak on record. This led to the game becoming #1 bestseller on the platform, and even briefly causing a digital storefront like Steam, the Nintendo eShop, the PlayStation shop, and Xbox Store to struggle with the demand. What the heck? All stores were struggling with demand. I remember I tried to buy it, and it kept giving me errors. I couldn't purchase it because it took me about, I would say, maybe 20 minutes to be able to buy my copy of the game. Okay, so that's how crazy the demand for this game, and how insane the outcome. So the hype has been real. It's not a fake thing. Numbers don't lie, right, Paul? And now we can get to dive into the game itself. So yeah, I mean, all stores almost crashed. They were laggy at best. It took me a couple of attempts. So let's take it over with Paul to get your initial reaction, not only on the numbers itself, but your first impression on the game itself. Like, how you played it already? You've been playing it, right? And I think you're muted, Paul.
Okay, I didn't realize it was muted. Yeah, I played it yesterday and a little bit more today, and so far so good. Like early on, I probably only have 2 hours in, so it's not like a deep dive yet. But yeah, the game's got really good ambiance. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Cricket's got some. Cricket is the character's name?
Hornet,
not Cricket. Hornet. Hornet's got some good animations. You know, she does a little bit of like a deep dive before dashing out. Small little effects like that are noticeable. It satisfies my Metroidvania kind of itch, and you could see the labor of love, I would say, that went into it, because the songs are very detailed and the environments are very fluid, and there's definitely a lot going on. Like, it's dark, but not dark in a I can't see what's going on, just a dark atmospheric kind of look. But yeah, it plays well, controls well. I think whatever you're playing it on, you're going to enjoy it. I was curious because folks were asking me how many copies do I think it's going to sell in the first day, in the first 72 hours. And I was like, man, knowing that there are 15 million people out there that have the original, that this game's been in development for 7 years, that we've had this build up, and that it's coming out in 2 weeks, like, I don't know, maybe like 3.5 million or something like that. I don't know. The fact that we've had like 500,000 concurrent players on Steam alone, that's just, like you said, one platform. Probably a good percentage. Like, I'm pretty sure there's more people playing on Steam than on Xbox.
Yeah.
But are there more people on Steam than Nintendo Switch 2? Not necessarily. What about PlayStation? So even if I went like 5, 10, 1.5, 1.7, and then safely said like 2.3, I think 2.3 low end is what it did in the first day. But I could see it being crazier than I thought, like 3.5, maybe 7. I'm excited because I'm a sales guy and I love to see records being broken. I would be so happy for Team Cherry, this small crew of, passionate folks, to come out on Monday and say, thank you to the 6 million people over the weekend who purchased Hollow Knight Silksong. And I'd be like, wow, that's 6 million people? Oh my gosh. Like, I would just be so happy for them. I don't make a penny off of it, but I enjoy other people's success,
Yeah.
So anyways, good game so far. And I'm happy that it's, well, I can't say reviewing well because we don't have reviews yet. I'm happy it's being received well.
Yeah. I agree. I personally, just, you want to say something? I think Yoshi's frozen.
Sorry. No, I was paying attention. I don't have much to add except for I'm excited in the sense of being a gamer, and there's a game that's out there that's bringing so many people joy. Also, it's a third party. Eventually, and physical's coming, so I'm not upset at that if physical's coming at a later time, or that physical's coming at a later time. But because it is an indie, I love Paul's idea of numbers, and he has a much better aptitude for numbers than I do in this sense. So I was thinking it was going to clear 1 million in its first week. And that's just the hype that is just on the internet. What about, just the casual audience that's out there that's like, hey, wait a minute, is this a sequel? I played a game I played the first one, a long time ago. I didn't know there was a sequel, and then they'll just pick it up, when physical comes out. So yeah, but if they come out with like 3 million, 4 million, this is great. Gives me ideas on who our GOTY Game of the Year contenders are going to be. We got some healthy indies this year.
Yeah.
So, but more on that later.
Yeah. And I agree. I went from playing Hollow Knight to Hollow Knight Silksong in just a matter of hours, like from one game to another. So I was able to see the exact changes that took place in the environment, the music, the characters, the animations, everything that went into this game. I was blown away right from the very beginning of the game. From how the game began, I was just completely blown away. I have my video first impressions I'm working on for it. I think I have maybe like 3 or 4 hours in, or 5 hours probably. I've defeated some bosses, and so as my first impression to the time I've been playing it, I can't really not argue. I can't argue against this game being in the top 4 Game of the Year contendership. Of course, Indie Game of the Year has it in the bag, and it's an incredible game. Like the atmosphere, the design. There's a difference between. Yeah, some people might say, "Oh, look, they look the same." No, they don't look the same. You have to look at the details for both games and the design. Even when you look at that effect they do, as in to look further away, what's further out, It's very different. The motion and the animation, the movements, the characters, right? And not only that, but this is not a spoiler because we've seen it in the game in the trailers. But just having Hornet be part of the game with you, she's not a silent character. She's an expressive. She talks. She responds to things. She asks questions. She's part of the conversation. She's part of the game, right? As opposed to Knight, I'm calling him Knight, from Hollow Knight. He was a silent character throughout, right? But Hornet is not silent. I love her attitude. I love her firmness, her strength, and like I don't want to say it like that, but she's a bat, a bat. AS, you know, when it comes to like the way I can hear her, a voice actress, like taking her role and just being like very solid right there. She's a warrior, right? And so I'm all for this game. I love it. One thing I wanted to mention, because there is the discussion out there, and I've read it a couple of times of people saying, "Hey, do you see what happens when you don't overprice for a game?" Of course, this game is underpriced. Let me put that out there. This game is underpriced. It is underpriced. This game should have been at least $30, right? 29, 39, right? It is underpriced. But the only reason why Team Cherry was able to give us this low price is because they're a small team. They can do this for themselves. They can give us a low price and still make a profit for themselves because they only have to pay themselves. You know what I mean? And they're not working with the publisher. They're not working with a marketing company. I don't think there's marketing companies involved here. This is just them with pure hype from the fans, right? All they have to respond to is the direct store and the direct store feeds. And so they're able to provide us a lower price. Yes, it's underpriced, but we can't really like point the finger at other bigger companies for giving us a little pricier games, just because remember in other games they have a bigger team, right? And they have a bigger team, they have a bigger company, and so there's a lot of cost that goes into these games when there are more people involved. They have to pay them. They got to get paid, right? And especially when you have companies with shareholders who are part of the shareholders have to get paid their few cents from that game too. You know, so there's a lot more when it comes to bigger companies, and so that's why I love indie games, and I'm kind of pushing indie gaming a lot more often. Like I have a video coming out. What's the next Hollow Knight? I have it already edited. It's uploaded. I got three games that I'm mentioning on that video that are huge. They're amazing. They're beautiful. They are not out yet, and I think they could be the next wave for indie gaming. And I think this just benefits more the indie gaming industry because there's more freedom for developers to even not just creativity, but to also how they charge for their game. And Hollow Knight and Team Cherry are a perfect example of this. So if you're looking for the next Mario, and you're going to pay $70, how about you go in the indie sphere and you look for that next platformer? You're going to pay less. You probably get a good game too, So I want to use this opportunity to push indie games to the fullest. All right. Anybody else want to add in the cast before we move over to the next topic? Anybody want to ask? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Justin.
So one of the things I like about this is that there's a reason it was $20, not because they couldn't get away with 30 or even more. This is a lot of confidence in the product.
Yeah.
Okay. So sure, Nintendo can tell us on randomly one day, hey, new Mario coming out in 2 weeks, and we're all going to be psyched and we're all going to buy it and everything. But there shows a lot of confidence when they didn't even give us a more expanded trailer. From what I understand, the game at PAX West, that demo version is the exact same demo from 2019. And they just turned around and said, yeah, it's coming out on the 4th, by the way. They just told us like 2 weeks ago. That is some serious confidence. Like, we know we nailed it. We know we did such a wonderful job. So when I look at other AAA or third party
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean they're doing it wrong. It doesn't mean that.
Yeah.
But I will say, this is a good example of what happens when you give the devs time and vision and direction, and you have confidence in your product that you can even say, we'll sell it just a little bit less than what we know it's actually worth, because you're going to still get it back because of the amount of sales you're going to sell. So,
great. That's a perfect segue, because you hit some points there that, I was like, wait, that makes perfect sense, because it's like when you feel so confident that your game is going to do good because you know it's done because you've tested it, because you've given it time. You don't have to convince people to buy it. you don't have to give people like sometimes you give people like, okay, it's coming out in 2 weeks or 2 months, because you need to spend that time pushing the game and promoting it. They didn't need that. They didn't need that promotional time. You know what I mean? And so, good segue. Next week we have a rumored Nintendo Direct happening. Okay, now the question is Metroid Prime 4 as complete and that good that Nintendo thinks they could pull a Team Cherry and say, hey, Metroid Prime 4 is coming in let's say September 30, whatever. How many days does September have? 30? 2026, right? That's the last Thursday. That's the last Thursday in February. Yeah, it's the last Thursday.
Actually, I can kind of get behind that.
You know, and like, do they have that enough confidence in Metroid once they show it off in that Direct that they'll just say, hey, Metroid Prime 4 coming out this September 36th digitally, and then later on we'll go physical or whatever, you know?
Yep. Yep.
And so let's start before we go ahead and give our view of the Nintendo Direct and view of what's going to happen. Let's go ahead. Let's start with that. Let's give Metroid this little bubble. What do you think, Joycey?
Okay, look. The thing about Metroid, and I'm almost wondering if Nintendo has done this by design, because the whole running joke of this game is getting like uber delayed. Okay. Yeah. That is a running joke at this point. So I feel like Nintendo is working with that mystery surrounding it. And the fact that we want to see it so bad that they're like, we're not going to release. They probably already internally know we're going to release this game sometime before the end of the year. We know what day we're going to put it out. We know the perfect time slot and everything. We're just going to let the fans worry about it. Yeah. I almost wonder if it's by design, not creating FOMO, because once the game's out, I mean, it's out whether you get it the same day or years later. But I feel like it's almost by design, because anytime I get in Nintendo spaces, or really just in gaming spaces as well, even seen some PlayStation, who I thought were PlayStation hardcore, players interested in Metroid Prime 4. So. Shadow drop. That's too much.
Can you imagine?
They can do that with the Zelda. They can do that with the Mario. Don't do that to Metroid.
Oh my god, that'd be crazy. I would love it. I would just love to have to see that chat if it happens.
Sell me on this. I'm buying Metroid Prime 4 in the sense of principle, because I want the franchise itself to succeed. I am going to be getting into the games. I finished my last game, so Metroid's next on my list on Super Metroid. So having said all that, I think they're kind of playing into the mystery, the fact that we keep asking about it. We want to talk about it. We want to see more of it. We all played Metroid Prime 4 at the Switch 2 experience several months ago. Nintendo is definitely hiding way more than that little trailer, that little play experience showed us. Same with Bonanza. There was nothing in the experience as far as all of us played that let us know that what the things that were going to be happening at Bonanza. We didn't know for sure Pauline was there. Yeah. Nobody did. So I'm telling you, that's what the plan is let them talk about it, let them fuss and cry. They probably read all of our Twitter posts and laugh. Like, they're so freaked out over nothing. And I think the next Direct is going to give Samus her flowers, per se, give her the perfect red carpet entrance. her Breath of the Wild treatment, all that good stuff. I think Samus and the entire fan base deserves that time to celebrate and have a good time with it. So that's what I have to say about that. But it's the mystery, I think, is what's keeping people on edge and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. What do you think, Paul? What do you think? What do you think? Metro. What kind of we're talking about Metroid, and the possibility of Nintendo. Their plans. What do you think Nintendo's plans are with Metroid? And if there's a possibility that they have enough confidence in that game and their development with what they're going to show, that they don't give us a lot of. They can either do two things. They either say, okay, end of September, right? Not a lot of leeway, but at least they show enough, or they will share the game with another game, because October, we got what game is it? Pokemon in October, and then we got Kirby Air Riders in November.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Where do you see them going?
It would be pretty wild and also very frustrating in a way if Nintendo on the 11th was like, coming today or dropping in 2 weeks on September 25th will be Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Digital, and expect it to hit physical in retailers, a month later or something like that. I'd be like, no! I was talking with people online about this. Like, how long would you be okay with waiting, or would you foolishly, from a financial standpoint, double dip because you couldn't wait? Like, if they said digital now in September, physical coming in December, that's 3 months. Could you wait 3 months for the physical, or would you double dip, or would you be like, no, I'm just doing digital, forget about the physical for this version, right? If it's like 2 weeks or 1 month, I guess you could just wait for the physical. After all, it was like a 4-week gap between Metroid Prime Remastered, digital and physical,
Yeah.
But the other question is, what about Metroid Prime 2 and 3? If they just shadow dropped Prime 4, like boom, right then on September 11th or 12th, or even on the 25th, like 2 weeks later, that really doesn't give a lot of room for 2 and 3 to come out before,
Yeah.
Then you run into the problem of, if you do Metroid Prime 4 too early, like October 4th or something, what do you do also with Metroid Prime 2 and 3? Released one now, released one in a couple of weeks, released both now. You might say, what's the problem of more Metroid? Some people could be Metroided out, where they bought 2 and 3, that's satisfied enough of their Metroid fix, so they don't buy 4. Or some people skip 2 and 3 because they're like, oh dude, 4 is coming out in like 1 month, I'll just wait for that for my fix. Because not everybody needs to play the whole series. People just want to play something new or play what people are talking about. So I almost think you stagger them a little bit, like you do Metroid Prime 2 out now. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like maybe a 6-week in between approach where, okay, out now September 12th is Metroid Prime 2. Right around Halloween, October 30th is Metroid Prime 3. And then December 5th, you've got yourself Metroid Prime 4. Like 6 weeks in between each. That would at least be the elegant way to give them an equal amount of time in between the releases. But, I mean, Nintendo isn't against dropping big games in December, so it certainly could happen. They don't have anything for December. At least we don't know if Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is coming out this year or within the first 2.5 months of next year. Splatoon Raiders this year or 2026. So I'm kind of on the fence of, you know what? I don't know how likely, but I'm going to go with Metroid Prime 2. Dropped that day of the Direct. Metroid Prime 3 6 weeks later, and Metroid Prime 4 6 weeks later, thus ending in like early-ish December. And that's how you kind of ramp up the hype of Metroid coming back. But maybe you distribute people's budgets a little bit evenly by having 2 and 3 be digital first at 40, and then maybe the physical version comes out 40 or 50. And for folks that just want to wait for Metroid as their experience, there are other games to play in between, because there are so many different little possibilities to take into consideration. Do you overdo Metroid now, or do you shoot yourself in the foot and not have people buy the ones you have out now because the other one's coming out too soon thereafter? But that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's very exciting.
Yeah. The thing is that I don't see Metroid 2 or 3 coming out anymore with Metroid Prime 4 so close to us. I would probably see maybe them adding one to NSO because we have GameCube now on NSO. So maybe Metroid Prime 2, but yeah, the multiple Metroids, if it's coming out this year, because believe it or not, I know it's something that we don't want to consider. Could be delayed. Could be delayed till next year, right? And so December is a possible release time. I don't see Metroid being a December game, and then we have Pokemon, such a massive game, coming out in October. Kirby Air Riders is the only game I see Metroid probably sharing the month with at the beginning and then at the end. But yeah, I mean, any last thoughts on Metroid, Josie?
I don't know. I just want to see it. I really want to see. I want to see the big trailer, and I'm really, if I was a betting woman, I would say, I bet Nintendo's going to say, tune in next week for a 15, 45, or 20-minute dedicated direct to Metroid Prime 4. So I feel like that's what. Yeah,
that would be fantastic. I think
because they've done it with their other first party. So
yeah,
I think that's a safe bet.
Yeah, that'll be fantastic, and I think that'll make Metro fans very, very happy to get that 15 minutes. Because that's all it needs. That's all it needs. 15 minutes. It doesn't need a blowout like a lot of promotion. It just needs that 15-minute direct and a couple of trailer drops on Twitter to get that game going up and running. And then go ahead and drop it in November or whatever. I mean October. But yeah. All right. So Nintendo Direct. There's another big part of the Nintendo Direct, and recent rumor has just appeared this week that points to Nintendo not having a 40th anniversary of Mario Direct specifically. So a standalone Mario 40th anniversary, like they did for the 35th, which they had a 15-minute direct for Mario. And you saw how many things they showed off in that Mario. And what the rumor is out there saying that this could be just incorporated into the current direct. So we have 40 minutes of a direct. Let's say they give Mario 10 minutes and they do that their little announcement there, which again, it's a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. We'll see what Nintendo does. The Nintendo Direct happening next week is a rumor in itself. But Nintendo does normally have a direct on the second week, 13, 14, whatever, in September. So it's very highly likely that we have a direct. And so Mario 40th being incorporated into the Nintendo Direct, I can see that happening. This tells me that maybe they don't have as much to show or announce as they did in a prior direct. And because maybe they always take that number 5 very seriously and they promote a lot. 25th, that's the 15th, the 25th. They go big on the 15th, they go small 20, they go 25th big, they go 30 small, they go 35th big, they go 40, more compact, and so on. That's what I feel if they actually do this and get Nintendo Mario like a 10-minute thing, right? And in this 10-minute presentation, Mario movie, of course, that needs to be trailer drop there. Mario Celebration, whatever, NSO, a video game, Mario Galaxy 2, maybe. I could even them seeing skipping altogether a new Mario game and just going small NSO, Mario Galaxy 2, plus Bowser's Fury 2. That'll be awesome. Going very small, just t-shirts, little Super Nintendo World presentation on their end. And so Mario's a big deal, but we might not get as much Mario as we thought. So what are your thoughts on that, Josie? Nintendo not giving us a standalone, which goes in line with what you pointed out. Maybe it could be Mario is incorporated for a 10-minute and they give that 15-minute to Metroid, which needs it more than Mario. What are your thoughts?
So first of all, I know what we're used to, but who's to say this is only a 45-minute direct? Or
I know,
only
right? Or 40, yeah.
Or only 50 minutes. How long, Paul, you guys probably will remember better than me. How long was the Switch 2 direct? Where we saw
minutes?
Mario Kart World? No, it was longer. It was like an hour and something, or was it an hour? It was an hour and something, right, Paul? Do you remember?
Nintendo Switch
Chat,
2 one was an hour and 2 minutes.
Which one is that? Oh, you mean the launch, the one that took place in April?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hour 2. That was a beefy
or was
one.
it? Well, the one that revealed the Switch 2, but it also had Mario Kart World and DK and
okay,
all the things. So if the rumors are true, which we have no idea, and we also do not have it confirmed that there's a Nintendo Direct next week, it's just that once Nate the Hate kind of puts his seal on it, we kind of believe it because he has a good track record. So there's that. So if they're not going to do the okay, hold on. Actually, Gala, forgive me. Let me back up. Now I'm on a sugar high. So first of all, Nintendo doesn't usually care about anniversaries unless they're trying to sell something.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind. We got a Mario movie coming out next year. So that's something they're probably trying to sell. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have our regular direct, Metroid Prime 4 blows us away. They give us a bunch of other stuff that's great. And then they tell us, hey, tune in as we have some Mario things to show you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or plan B, they have a longer direct. Because we've already made it very clear we don't mind long directs, right?
Yep.
What if they have a longer direct and then they tack on a lot of Mario things either at any point in the show, or maybe it's sprinkled throughout the entire show, and the show itself is just longer. I think either of those can work. And I know our ears kind of perk up when certain anniversaries come around. But I usually don't. I mean, as the fan base and as fans, we can be excited, but I don't really look for anything unless Nintendo shows they're excited about it because they need to sell us something. So it's not that Nintendo doesn't love Mario. He's the baby. It's just that they're gonna do whatever special Mario thing they want to do any day of the week, whenever they're good and ready. It's not always about just the anniversary. I know some anniversaries we get some things, others we don't, and everything. Skyward Sword came out originally for Zelda's 25th anniversary, and it in certain parts of the game do reference the 25th anniversary. So, but other than that, I say that it's just going to be. I guess my guess would be it's just going to be a full direct, and they're going to give us something at the end, maybe that's Mario, and then maybe we'll have to watch another direct later on in the month that will have to have everything Mario. So those are my thoughts so far. Let me see what Paul says.
I have a very different, very ambitious take on the Super Mario Brothers 40th anniversary, which last time I did like that lightning 2-minute talk. Before
you start, Paul, Joyce, if you can help me snatch some questions for the Q&A portion.
You got it.
And chat Q&A question snatching. I don't even know how to. Snatching starts now. So if you have a question, now is the time to drop it while Paul goes over his Dream Direct. And then once Paul finishes his Dream Direct, we'll go over our last little thingies and we'll start Q&A with the questions we already have. So right now, Get on the train if you want to. If you have a question. If not, you're gonna, cheap. All right, go.
I mean, you know my big one, unless if you weren't here last time, but it's chock full of stuff. It's them giving us the first tease of the Super Mario World movie, because that's coming out in less than 7 months. It's giving us an update on Super Nintendo World in Singapore, which is the 4th park that we don't know anything about yet, really, in terms of a date. It's bringing back Super Mario 3D All-Stars for limited time, including a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. It's giving us Super Mario 3D All-Stars 2, which will include Super Mario 64 DS HD, Super Mario 3D Land HD, and Super Mario Galaxy 2 Remastered. It's giving us a look at some partnerships between Nintendo and Levi's and Black Milk Clothing, Crocs, and Lego into 2026, etc. And it's giving us a shadow drop all of a sudden of Super Mario Brothers 40th, which would play like Super Mario 35. And it's ending on Super Mario Universe. Like, it's super ambitious. It's crazy wild out there. But in my opinion, like, that would be ideal. And maybe even sprinkle in a Mario Kart World update of some sort. But that's my ideal. You want to know what I want? That's what I want. What I think? I mean, even if I get a fraction of that, it's still pretty cool, because any one of those things that would drop, any one of those would be pretty sweet. I think something will happen, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. For a while I thought it could go one of two ways, and I still kind of think so, but I'm starting to lean towards one. It was either one big beefy Nintendo Direct in which Mario has a significant 15-minute chunk, or two separate directs where there's a 45-minute, general, and Mario has his own 18-minute kind of thing. And I'm starting to lean towards one beefy one, but yeah, we'll see. But I think we're going to get something that celebrates Mario, something that acknowledges him. Because after all, Nintendo just asked me if they could come by my pool. The Nintendo Direct at my house,
So, Paul, in order for Nintendo to come to your pool, you have to add more Mario. I want to see a mushroom plant somewhere, a lucky block just floating in the air above the water somewhere, some stepping stones so that Mario could just jump and do his platforming thing. So far, all we have is what he has to go into the water, or maybe some more coins under the water so he can do that little coin thing there. What do you call that sea monster at Mario 64 where he's underwater?
Oh, the big eel.
Yeah, the big eel. Put someone there. Get a star on top of your house so that Mario can go up there and get that star with the boss battle up there. Maybe yourself. You just karate kick Mario, be the boss, and things like that, so that we can get a full Mario ambience. I know you have a Zelda pool too. And for the Zelda pool, you have to add the goddess, little goddess statue in the corner to redeem your little your stuff.
I really want to give Paul an obscene amount of money and Nintendo's permission, and just give him an empty room and see what happens. Just see how he designs it. I really want to. I just want to see how you would design that. I always said that if I won the lottery, an obscene amount of money, I would build the Temple of Time on my new land that I'm gonna buy. So yeah.
All right.
So I would just be interested.
Before we enter the Q&A portion of the podcast, does anybody else have some last cherry on top kind of things you want to add to the topics of the Nintendo Direct?
Not about the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, but I mean about anything at this point.
Okay. I mean, it is about gaming.
Yeah.
So for Bayonetta fans, there's one in here, I'm sure, aside from me. I finished Soresa and the Lost Demon
Ooh, nice.
a few days ago. Y'all, I mean, the story is very well told. It's like a very dark kind of Disney kind of story, but
Mhm.
everything from the art style, the gameplay, if you played the regular Bayonetta's 1 through 3,
Mhm.
there was basically Soraya and the Lost Demons kind of shows how why she controls the way she does in the big girl games. Kind of the beginning of the story between her and Cheshire. It's a very, very, very sweet game.
Nice.
And the ending is I had to screenshot it, and so it's going to be the screensaver on, I don't know, one of these 5,000 devices I got here that I don't know how to work. So if you guys have not, I feel like it's I don't think the game sold extremely well. I don't even know if it even hit 100,000. But that is going to be one of those long lost gems on the Switch one. I don't remember if I talked to you about this or not, because I feel like I only beat it after last week's podcast.
But
So
you did mention that you were playing it.
oh, okay, good. Okay, so
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something sweet, kind of fun, not too hardcore, something that definitely will not aggravate or give you arthritis or anything like that, I highly recommend it.
Thank you, Josie. All right, first question from David. We only got 4 questions, so we're good. We got
shout out to David. Thank you so much for your question. Will Nintendo come out with different colored Joy-Cons for the Switch 2? I think they should.
That's a perfect Mario anniversary thing to do. Give us some red Joy-Cons with Mario on them, and maybe you know how I have the Joy-Cons right here. So you have the Joy-Con here, and just do the red with the yellow innards, like with red here with the yellow trim, and maybe like little buttons here that resemble Mario. Not just a red Joy-Con, Nintendo. Do something that's specific to Mario, because none of the consoles you released was Mario except for the Switch 1 dock that had the little coins behind it. That's it.
Thank you. And let's see here. Shout out to Mr. Black. Joyce, do you have an idea on when the next 3D Zelda will be announced?
Tomorrow.
I have no idea. On Saturday?
No, I'm kidding.
We're all off on. If I'm off on Saturday, I'm totally okay with Nintendo being off on Saturdays. I don't know about announced, but my personal headcanon, so I can keep my sanity, is Zelda next mainline 3D Zelda will release in 2030. And yes, I understand that is 5 years from now, and Tears of the Kingdom came out in 2023, right? That was 23, right?
Yeah, 2023.
Sorry, 24. There was a lot going on. It's a little bit as a blur. 2024. So 2030 is not unrealistic, but I know nobody really wants to wait that long. But if I say 2030, I can be prepared for when they probably announce it in 2027, telling us it's coming in 2028, and then we're not going to hear anything until it actually drops in 2030.
Yeah.
So
unless
that's how it works in my head.
Unless it's the Ocarina of Time remake, which is not the next 3D big Zelda game, but it's more like a remake, but still in 3D. Like that also counts.
I'm excited for the possibility of that. Don't get me wrong, but also I'm not getting any younger. Some of the chat was joking about age earlier, and I'm much more open than I think even when we first started this podcast. I'm much more open to let's let Link free. Let's do something different. Let's do Cyberpunk and give him a pair of crossbows and put him in a cool looking outfit. Even though his regular outfit's very cool looking, but something a little bit more modernized. Let Zelda stay at home. She's fine. Go save something else or somebody else. Let's do something a little bit different.
2030 just takes my hopes away. By that time, I'll be completely blind. I'm like, they better have like a braille thing to my controllers. Like, hey, Link, is it you? Is that you, Link?
We're not claiming that, Mike. We're prayer people. We don't claim that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for that question. Let's go with this one.
Let's see here. Shout out to Lottie Tro here. Thank you for your question. So this is for you. Did you and your daughter have a nice, lovely sweet 16. Don't
Yeah, she had a
age out there.
Yeah, man. She had a beautiful time yesterday. Yesterday was her birthday day. It's not her birthday party. We're having a gathering, family and friends, in a location somewhere else, and on unspecified date. But yeah, we had a good time. We went to an Italian restaurant, and we had dinner, and then I took her on a little shopping spree afterwards. So she was good.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you for
Sorry,
asking.
I'm still snatching questions.
I think snatching questions. You can maybe snatch 2-3 more, but not too much.
Also, and shout out to Alma, who said they are a Bayonetta fan. So you totally get what I was saying. And Boomini, I also saw you say that you were trying out the demo. Lovely, sweet game. Very sweet game.
Nice.
A lot of stuff to find. A lot of secrets. Sorry.
Next question.
Sorry, I'm trying to find some.
It's right here. It's on the thing. It's right there, like the thing.
But I haven't grabbed more. I was looking through the chat.
I'm messing with you, Joyce. I'm just messing with you.
Shout out to you, Boom Mini. Our actually, technically, it is official. You're just not on camera, but you're one of our official other co-hosts.
Yeah.
And this is for all of us. Is there any chance we will get something Zelda related this month, aside from maybe an Age of Imprisonment release date? I want Age of Imprisonment. I don't even need a release date. Just drop it. Just drop it, Nintendo. Just deliver it to my house, and I'll totally review it. I won't even tell anybody.
I'm gonna say yes. Because Nintendo did say Nintendo Switch 1 will be supported till the end of 2026. That means there's still hope for the every single direct. We predict the same 2 Zelda games might make it on Nintendo Switch, and so I'm going to put it out there once again. It's tradition already. Wind Waker and toilet paper.
Twilight Princess.
Yeah, toilet paper.
If you just don't want me to ever come back, Mike, you could just say that.
By the way, big thank you to Tater Salad for the $1 dono to the stream or to the podcast. Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah,
super cool.
Thank you, Tater.
Thank you.
Also, I had tater salad as one of my sides to dinner this evening.
Tater salad, is that potatoes?
Potato salad.
Tater tot.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what did you say, Paul?
Like a tater tot.
Oh, like a tater tot.
Yeah.
Tater tot salad.
So, Paul, did you want to add to this question?
Since I think there's a Nintendo Direct happening next week, I also think something Zelda will be there.
Yeah. Beyond
Age of Imprisonment. I'm gonna go ambitious. I'm just gonna put good vibes into the world and say that not only, because here's how I think it will happen. Not only will there be Super Mario Universe, but they're going to bookend this Nintendo Direct by having Mario Universe as the opener or closer, depending on what portion they put the Mario segment in. But the other side is going to be freaking The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Remastered. That's
Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Believe in my dreams.
Doing it.
Mr. Black.
And Mr. Black, I want so many games on Switch too. I agree with Mr. Black. I want so many games on Nintendo Switch too. We need to bring back Star Fox. We need some more Fire Emblem on there. Talk about Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. We've got to see Monolith Soft, and what are they doing beyond Xenoblade Chronicles? What is up with that woman, the knight, with the outfit and the dragon in the background? Luigi's Mansion 4, Punch-Out. Bring back Excite Bike, 1080 Snowboarding, and Wave Race, and put them all into one game called Nintendo Extreme Sports Racing. Let's see Yoshi's Woolly World come out. Let's have something obscure like Kid Icarus Uprising HD come out. I don't mean obscure in a
when you wish upon a star.
Give us
like Paul sounds like a Disney employee. Like when you wish upon a star.
We need it all. All of it.
Okay, so
Bye.
Nintendo, because Nintendo, we know that you watch us as well as other
We do.
channels, Nintendo channels. So Paul has spoken.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's Twilight Princess, remade from the ground up.
TP.
You know, go ahead and use the 2011 tech demo as reference. Go start from there, okay, and rebuild all that, refill Hyrule Field and everything, and then all the other stuff that Paul just said. Do that too. Okay.
I'm sorry, I just saw a chat that I have to highlight here. If I could find it, is go find the if you can find the one by Alma about Twilight Princess.
Looking. Luigi's Mansion 1.
No, I think Nintendo's gonna do. I think Nintendo's gonna do a.
Oh, that's a few innuendos right there.
Yeah.
I do feel, and I think I said this. I feel like I've said this to you, Paul, earlier this week. But I kind of feel like sometimes Nintendo isn't as proud of that game because it was an extreme overcorrection of Wind Waker. I'm one of the people I'm not fond of Wind Waker's art style. It's not bad. It's just like don't do that. Don't go that cartoony when you're trying to give me something a little bit more serious. And just in my opinion. And I think that Nintendo kind of wants to. They'll eventually throw it on GameCube or on NSO. But as far as getting a remake, I feel like that's something we're going to have to push for. Pay attention to your inboxes, guys. I got another survey from Nintendo. I fill out every survey they send me, and whether it's about Zelda or not. Do you have any more comment section? I put my entire spiel of why Twilight Princess needs to be remade from the ground up. So put all of that in those extra comments, guys, for games that you missed or that you want to see again, or whatever the case may be.
That's why it's there. Yep. Last question by Mr. Black at Joycey. What's up, Joycey?
Shout out to you, Mr. Black. My thought on when Metroid Prime 4 comes out. See, it's tricky because, okay, I'm terrible with dates, so y'all help me out. Remind me. When is Pokemon coming out?
Coming out next month, October 21.
And Kirby Air Riders comes out in November.
November, yeah.
We don't have a December game yet, right?
Nope.
Metroid Prime 4, December 4th.
Samus Saves Christmas.
Yo. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Afterward. Samus Saves Christmas. I actually
you got to hint at my next skit.
So here's the thing. I will say this, and this is based on absolutely nothing but the way I would do things if it was up to me. Kirby Air Riders comes out in November, but Kirby is different enough. And Kirby, first of all, can kind of hold its own because it's Kirby. So Kirby and Metroid Prime are different enough to where I think they can both come out brand new in the same month and sit comfortably side by side. If you want to look at it from a way like, hey, here's a game that's a multiplayer I could play with the whole family. This is my adult game, my Metroid, kind of thing. If you want to look at it like that.
Yeah.
But also, like, Mike and Paul said, Samus Saves Christmas. So it could be a December game. My only concern about that is that if Metroid Prime 4 in some alternative universe didn't wow the pants off of us, I don't know if it can hold holiday.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be competing with a lot of other games in the holiday season, with Mario specifically, with Zelda, we know what I mean, with Donkey Kong Bonanza, all these games that are kind of already out there, that maybe a lot of people are waiting for their Christmas list or their Christmas season to get that game on. Isn't that compete heavily with everything? So yeah.
Well, I don't know about that because, in all fairness, Hyrule Warrior games don't do as well as other Zelda spinoffs or other Zelda mainline games. I think Age of Calamity was around 3 to 4 million. Of course, I haven't checked that recently, but I think it was around 3 to 4 million. Compare that to same art style that it was in, which was Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And Breath of the Wild is now at like, way over 30 million. So
yeah,
we kind of have to. So we'll see. But I still think that there's plenty of room for Samus this winter.
Mr. Black with the 20 and the clap. Dude, you're awesome. No, you're awesome. Thank you for the support. We appreciate you, and thank you also for being a member. I see that little mushroom next
symbol
to your name. All right, my friends. With that super chat right there, that's a good conclusion, guys. Because guess what? You are all awesome. You guys are the best chat anybody could ever ask for. Best friends out there. Thank you everyone for your support, not only my channel but Paul and Joycey and the podcast itself. So we thank you. And next week, my friends, the Nintendo Direct is rumored to be on Friday. So we might be just reacting to the the Direct that just happened a couple of hours ago.
So Direct next Friday at 7:30. Nintendo. We'll start at 7:30 just for you.
So we can react to it live. All right. So I'll be reacting to the podcast, to the Direct live. It might be a special podcast. We'll see how it goes. If it is, I'll let you guys know if we can get the podcast to react to the Direct. If Paul is, I know Paul works early, and so if he can make it into the live stream, then Joycey also has a job, so we have to make sure that we can come together and
tell Mike to just pay me for being fabulous so I can quit my job. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
And my goal is to hire Joycey full time, hire Paul full time, give him each like $150K a year at least, $200K a year. Maybe.
I could live off of that. $200K that's my base salary.
We're on our way, guys. We're on our way. We're on our way there. So thank you, everyone. Without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce the All-Star cast one more time. Let's go ahead and start with Josh, N64 Josh. You can find N64 Josh everywhere N64 Josh is. He'll be back with us next week, huffing and puffing and maybe reacting to the Direct also. And then over to the beard, the mustache, the Force Network. Where can we find you?
Real quick,
I'm on.
Mike. Mike, turn off the lo-fi and let the.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got.
Yeah, because it's not the best remix. It's
a crazy remix. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
I'm sorry, Paul. As you were saying, sir.
That's okay. I am at Paul Gale Network on X and on YouTube. Last night I put up a nice beefy 13-minute Super Mario portion direct wish list prediction. So if you want to hear my 2-minute version stretched out longer, check that out. I've got daily shorts going up on social media. Not quite counting down right now, but just a daily gaming history kind of thing. And also, we didn't talk about it in the podcast, but if you want to hear my thoughts on the Street Fighter movie, I'm a big Street Fighter fan. They had the full cast reveal today and the first poster, which is pretty sweet, and that's what I've got going on.
Yeah, we got Street Fighter. We got 2 WWE superstars there, fans, Cody Rhodes and
Roman Reigns.
Yeah. So it's awesome. All right, and DJ Joycey J, Sella's mama.
Hi, I'm
Hello.
Joycey J. You can follow me on Twitter, and that's about it. I'm very boring.
And of course, you can find Joycey J here at the podcast every Friday live on her home channel, The Odyssey.
There we go.
All right, and of course, you can catch me here, guys, every day with either a video or a live stream. As you guys know, we started our ongoing live stream. I have my full setup going. I'm able to read the chat. If you guys can take my chat, each text is this big. So now I can read it. Although I only see 5 people at a time. Well, that's okay. That's fine. But yeah, we started live streaming. It's been going well. We've been at least averaging at least 200 people per stream, which is awesome, right? Combination of X and YouTube, and it's gonna go well. Like last time, you guys made me do acting how rumors and leakers leak their information, and so maybe there's more maybe there's more live skits for our live streams going on. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We will be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have the podcast, and tomorrow I'll be also playing video games with you guys on the stream as well. With that, what else? We're giving away a whole bunch of Knight Silksong codes here and there. What else? I got more codes, indie games to give away also. So you to stay tuned for that. And yeah, I think that's all. Next Friday, if we have a Nintendo Direct, we'll be live streaming it here. Also, we're reacting to the Direct as a cast later in the day for our Nintopics Podcast, with Josh64 coming back with us. All right. Without further ado, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are awesome. I think I have our co-host here wants to dance a little bit for you guys as we say good. We see you next time. I'll let him dance and give his best moves for all of you. Okay, so yeah, enjoy this little guy doing a